Hey guys, I'm on my way home. So I got a new car. I did actually end up getting that buggy that I was talking about, I think in previous videos. The motor is free. It's a little tight. He said it ran before and the pull starter just broke, and at that point he got rid of it. I'm a little questionable about it though because it was pretty cheap for a really nice buggy. But we're gonna dig into that. And I said I was finished the CEN, but I went ahead and put some panel bond on a head bolt and basically put it in its hole. And as I've let it sit for probably 3 days now. So there's about 3 threads left in the bottom of the hole. So hopefully I can just back that out and the threads will be created and not just break off, but we'll see. I mean, I'm just trying something out. If I can get the CEN to have a good compression enough to just fire off, I'll be really happy. So I'm gonna do that. And then the bearings leak. I'm thinking of popping the bearings out, and then I don't think one of the bearings is not sealed. And I don't know what I'm gonna do there. I might throw some gasket maker on around the edges, because it's leaking around the edges of the bearing, like where it meets the block, which is really weird, and where it meets the crankshaft. So I don't want to mess with the crankshaft. I really don't want to put anything on that, because I could just get new bearings and it'd be good. And also I finally found what's it called, to put the cylinder in correctly. The manual. I found the manual. I found the manual, and I know how to put the cylinder and the piston in correctly now, which I believe they're backwards right now. So that could be a huge reason it has almost no compression. Hey guys, I just got insane compression out of this motor again. Like it actually wants to, like it's got a compression stroke now. So I don't know what I did different rebuilding this. Actually, I know what I did different. I followed the rules, or the manual. I did not have the manual before when I first rebuilt this. I must have done it backwards. It had a stripped cylinder bolt, and I ended up putting panel bond in there. And it just, I don't know. I think this thing might fire off is what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna hook everything back up, and we're gonna test this thing out. We're gonna see if the CEN motor actually is revived, and then we can get into this new car. But I think this thing might just fire off. I'm really confident. So stay tuned, because I will be taking this outside in a couple minutes and see if we can't get this thing to bark off. And if this thing fires off, I will be ecstatic. I don't think it will. Although it might, because I don't know, man. I really don't. The bearings still leak, so that's where my concern is. But with the motor having that much compression, it might be able to pull the fuel into the cylinder before it even reaches the bearing up front. I don't think that's gonna happen though. I think it's gonna leak out and it's just not gonna run, but I'm being pessimistic, so I just had to get in with you guys on that, because wow, this is crazy. I am without words. The CEN just ran. I was totally convinced this motor was toast. I rebuilt it. I just took the motor apart and put it back together based on the manufacturer's specs. And okay, so the exhaust did come off. That's fine. And I look at the compression on this motor. I mean, it's like Like, you could just, like, there's nothing. That is so, like, if you were to pull any other car, it's like you gotta yank it. This thing literally fired off with no compression. It feels like nothing. Maybe that's just how these cars are, but it ran hard too. It revved up. I don't think I think I have a video. I don't know. You'll probably have already seen it. I don't know. I'm freaking excited right now because I did not think this thing would ever run. I put this back in the box and was like, that'll just be an ornament car. No, this is a full-blown running car and driving, and the transmission moved, everything worked. So I gotta be easy on the spur gear because apparently these things strip out with ease. So we know the motor runs. The bearings leak horribly. So I'm going to try to find replacements and try to actually find a way to get these bearings out because they are in there. Other than that, the head is obviously seated because it's creating compression enough to run. I don't even understand what just happened, man. That's crazy. Well, the CEN's alive, everybody. I'll update with a video of this thing driving soon, but we're gonna move on to the HPI trophy. This one I'm just gonna once again shelf for right now, but I cannot believe it runs. I'm gonna make it complete so it's like pull trigger ready to go, and then I'll put it in its box and I'll come back to it in a little bit to run it. But I didn't even plan on getting it to run. I was really convinced that this, even a quick rebuild, it wasn't even gonna run. There's RTV on the what is it, the rear main seal. So this thing is kind of cobbled together and I want to get it perfect now that I know that it will run. So I might get a parts engine, I don't know, we'll see, or just get this one to be perfect. So all right, that's it for the CEN series until later on, but wow, thanks for sticking around.